with on. Those are pretty interesting responses there, but I'm also interested since Mel's here. What up, Mel?
I'm
How
good,
are you?
thanks, LT, and yourself?
I'm doing great, man.
Very
I'm
well,
doing
thank
great.
you so
doing
much.
great. Otherwise, today, top 5 worst pickup lines you've ever heard.
Whoa. Gosh. I can't remember I can't remember the last time I heard a pickup line. LT, what are you doing? Do people even use pickup lines these days?
Surprisingly, yes.
Where? Should
I
go there?
heard a brother. When was it? A couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Homie was trying to mac on a friend of mine.
Okay.
We were watching the rugby at a drinking hall of ours. So, dude was standing over here, no? And he went in. He went in. Like when you're trying not to listen to somebody, but
But
they keep
subconsciously-
rattling off,
Yeah.
but and subconsciously you're like, this
can't
guy's
help but
he's
overhear this
here, man.
conversation.
Like so he kept on rattling off these pickup lines. I think the one he said was your father must be a mechanic because your body works or something like that.
Okay.
And I was like,
It's a bit of orcs.
I was like,
though.
corny, but I see where you're going with this.
All right.
I see where you're going with this. So I'm like, I baited him into going into some more pickup lines. And then what else did he say? But there were some of the worst pickup lines I've ever heard in my life. But I think he read a book before he went out.
Okay.
Like those cheesy pickup
cheesy
lines.
pickup lines
Yeah,
from-
from FHM. If that does that magazine still even exist?
I doubt. Remember, print is dying out. So with
True,
such magazines,
true.
I highly doubt.
I
it.
guess so.
We
I
still
guess so.
have on the bookshelves. I highly doubt.
So yeah, those are some. And I'm not even. Do you know the worst pickup line I've ever heard? Is?
No.
Like, well, not even the worst, but I really think it's
the
cheesy.
least appealing.
Yeah. It's, can I buy you a drink?
That's not even a pickup line.
It should
It's
come.
a question.
It should come after.
Okay.
Like after you've tried to make that person laugh, and you're like, see, I got you. Can I buy you a drink?
Can I buy you a drink?
You see,
As an offer.
Yeah, as an offer. Now, guys are like, can I buy you a drink? That's it. Now, people,
No.
and you're like, dude.
Why?
I'm like, come on.
How?
And ladies are terrible with pickup lines. They're the worst. They're the worst. I'm sorry.
I'm cringing right now.
I'm sorry, but don't do it, ladies. Leave it alone. What are some of your pickup lines?
Hi, LT.
Yeah, come on.
I
Come on.
don't have any pickup lines.
Right.
I'm being serious.
Um,
I'm being serious.
I don't believe you.
No, I'm being serious. I've never been in a position where I had to
Well, you had to be creative.
be creative and be a Shakespeare. Not really. I don't have pickup lines.
I don't have.
And I don't
either.
remember the last time I heard one said to me.
Really.
Yeah, that's how horrible it is. Remember, we've also evolved to other things, to how we approach,
Such as money.
perhaps, or
I think money was
for a
the
number.
money was the death of the pickup line. I think.
It was.
Yeah. You just have to look rich. You see, this trench coat.
And you appeal.
You see this trench coat?
That kind of look.
That's my pickup line.
Nah? And then it's just
Pickup line, and
Yeah,
then
and
can I
then
have your number? Then can I buy you a drink? Yeah, well.
wow.
Or is the bar that low these days?
Yes, it is.
Guys, don't even have pickup lines anymore.
No, LT. You are probably from the 80s school
Of pickup lines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because people don't do pickup lines anymore.
Well, even the whole dating
I
situation.
don't know. Probably it's
No, even the dating situation is very blurry
It
on
is.
its own.
It is.
Because there's no real courtship these days.
No.
You understand? So it's difficult because people go home from the club and wake up dating.
That's the thing, and it's not even communicated.
Yeah.
So how would now
It's
we
just
expect people
it's just
to
us
have
seeing each other more than once. We're
exactly?
like, it's a thing.
It's a regular.
It's a thing. This one, it's a
Yeah.
thing. Okay, yeah. Well,
I
like,
can,
it would-
pursue this.
yeah,
And remember, we've got so many labels or
true. It's
no
not
strings
it's,
attached.
yeah, it's
open
not or
relationships
vibing.
or vibing.
That whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's no longer as cut and dry. I guess that's where the pickup line went. You
Yes.
know, it's no longer about whether or not there's no clear definition as to what's going on. You know, so
None whatsoever.
I don't know. Bring back the pickup line, man, guys.
Do you
Let's
think
make
they'll work?
no.
Are we not caught up
This is
into
just for fun.
advancing ourselves? Oh,
No, this
pickup
is
line.
just for giggles.
Okay.
Just bring it back for giggles.
All right.
So I can.
But usually used where? Because are we still going out to clubs as well?
What do you mean? I do.
Okay.
Well, I'm a DJ, so
Yeah.
I kind of have to be there.
Because you're gigging.
Yeah, I have to be there. But yeah, people are, but funny enough, with the death of the pickup line, people are more aggressive when it comes to getting your attention and whatnot. And by aggressive, I don't mean in the physical sense where people are now just grabby and
But
all that stuff.
communication
Yeah,
sense,
communication wise,
yes.
people are very upfront. And
Exactly what I'm trying to say.
yeah, people are very upfront in the sense that this is what I want from you.
And that's about it.
What do you say?
Yeah.
And now I also pose this question as well.
Okay.
With people being upfront, né? Where is the line?
Cutthroat.
Where is the line between you being upfront and you being creepy? Did you feel what I mean?
I get what you mean.
You know? So where do we draw that line where to say, okay, fine, I appreciate your candor, but I'm not interested, or you where's your line? Where's your line?
I get you.
Yeah. Where's yours?
Hey, when LT, I don't know, because now it's people want to communicate themselves and articulate themselves projectively.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Without trying to sound too corny and aggressive, as you've said. So I don't know. I would rather people articulate what they want and what they want to pursue with the other.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that said,
That-
né?
yeah.
That said, when somebody says upfront, me, I just want to jump your bones. That's
Okay.
it. And someone saying, look, I'd like to pursue A, B, C, and D. Yeah, well, now both have articulated what they want, but
Definitely.
which one is more appealing?
I'd like to pursue 1, 2, and 3 with you.
So someone rolling up to you and saying, you, me, bed, right away.
But Galogo, it doesn't come in a sense of you, me, bed, but it's like the
Guess what that is
salutations.
called? A pickup line.
But it
That is called a
comes with
pickup
wit.
line.
No, it comes with wit and a bit of character.
A pickup line.
Exactly.
Guess what that? Do you know what
But
you've
not
just
as dry
described?
as-
Do you know what you've just described?
But it's not as
A
dry as
pickup
you colour-
line. Full on.
But is it really that dry?
Sometimes,
Okay.
there are people, I think,
Who would say, I want to just get it on with you?
yeah, and guess what they say these days?
No.
Sabawal.
Okay. Is that a pickup line?
It is, in my book. In my book, because, I mean,
But Sabawili would
it is,
connotatively
it's, yeah.
refer to a lot of things. It's a jargon that is largely used for a lot of enticing things, nice things, something that you appeal towards.
Including human beings. Including human beings.
Okay.
Not not exclusively, but including.
including
You
human
understand? Yes, money, cars,
The nice
a
life.
drink, the nice life, and a human being.
Okay. But hey, yeah, the Asabaweli term is just something else.
I
It's
can't
very
take you
ambiguous.
seriously.
It's very ambiguous.
It is.
But depending on the setting and
I guess so.
That you-
I guess so. I mean, we're limited to I think also the type of
Contextual meaning.
yeah, of it all. Including everything that goes with. I mean, even the whole courtship thing is ambiguous.
It is.
Until someone says directly, yo, I want you to be A, B, C, and D.
Okay.
You understand? So to me, it always starts, somewhere. Yeah, well,
It has to
be
start
a
somewhere.
pickup line, be it you asking for somebody's number,
Be the physical aspect of it,
Yeah.
uncommunicated,
and
but
also
physically communicated.
I saw something that said the whole touching situation is creepy depending on someone's looks.
How?
I believe me. So, you know the world out here has so many
Expectations.
and blurred lines
Yeah.
because
Robin Thicke once made a song about blade lines.
Yes.
I know you want it.
but what? But what?
Oh,
You understand?
something.
Yeah, well, but now, like for instance, apparently it's based on how a person looks.
All right.
Me saying Sabawell and Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. The difference between me and Schmeagol
Oh no.
is our looks are the difference between
it is.
it being
And
an openly aggressive and upfront man who knows who's sure about what he wants,
okay.
and a total creep. That's the difference is just our looks.
I guess I might understand it a little bit, but yeah.
You don't get it?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feels you.
I do.
Yeah. Also, I think that's where a lot of
Where we draw the line.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but I want to blame the female species for that.
Forward.
For blurring the lines.
No.
I mean, call it down the line. Call it down the line. Whether or not I am Brad Pitt,
Okay.
or who else,
I
or
don't
Danny DeVito.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it should just be creepy down the line, right down the middle. Not because I've got blue eyes and the other guy's got like he's a bit stubby and has a funny voice, So, yeah, the rule should be universal.
Okay.
If it's creepy, it's creepy. If it's hot,
it's
it's
hot,
hot.
it's hot.
You understand? So we can also have a meeting and say, guys, that's what they said. This is what they said. That's what they said. And you send out the memo to all those who couldn't
So
be
that they
here.
get the briefing?
Yeah, send out the memo so that everybody can know that, guys,
This is the
this
part
is,
that
this
we
is
are
where
frequency
this is
at.
where we are. This is where we are. No two ways about it. That old way of doing things does not work.
We just
You
leave it in the
understand?
past.
Let's leave it in the past. Here's where we're going now. This is what they like.
Where we,
Yeah, well,
the shift is.
I think
drawn
everything
to-
would be easier though.
It would be
if there was
easier.
if there was regular meetings between all the genders, so that they'd be like, no, we like this,
We like that.
and then
But
we
it's different
we
strokes for
this.
different folks because depending on the setting of
True.
life that you're in,
and that's how it becomes difficult. And I know a lot of my single
Your
friends
social
will,
construct
yes,
as well?
The whole social construct, and it's not just limited to dating.
No.
It's
Just
just
lifestyle.
navigating life in general.
Definitely.
has
I
become
resonate.
a bit of a maze to
It
walk
has.
through. It has become a bit of a maze to walk through because there's a lot of unlearning that a lot of us have to do.
definitely.
You understand?
I fully agree. I feel a conquer.
And that there's
I love the fact that you share those sentiments because
Yeah.
it takes me back to a lot of dynamics of life.
Yes.
Because there isn't a manual, a set out manual
Anymore.
right? Besides that said, we need to unlearn a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of social constructs that we were brought up with, that we were taught,
Yes.
that we were influenced by.
that no longer work in modern
Exactly,
society.
so that we identify ourselves for who we are
Yeah.
and we set ourselves amongst from the rest as well.
With that said,
Mm-hmm.
there's also a lot of educating, patient educating that now modern society has to bring in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right.
And this has to go with dead naming, gender roles, gender terms.
Which brings me back to my topic.
You understand?
this
For
afternoon.
this afternoon. Perfect. Well, Perfect segue.
highly influenced. Now you are influencing a lot of. I was going to talk about the topic still, but I love the fact that
We're on the same page.
Yeah, it's generating together.
Yeah.
It's
So
building up.
I really think, and might as well change the topic now to.
No, we can wait.
Okay. So and I've often said this. You know, I've often said this. We're now raising
A society,
a society that
is rebellious.
one.
Yes.
In
Very aggressive.
It's very aggressive in the sense that, and here's what a lot of people don't get. It's two different generations headbutting because they cannot agree on a simple, and I don't, let me not call it simple. It's not. It's
not
really
simple.
not
It's
simple.
very-
It's very complex, nah? But it's not agreeing on the method of education. There's one that doesn't want to learn. There's one
That would like to learn.
that would want to change.
All right.
And
Not
there's-
just learn, but change.
There's no common ground.
No.
There's no common ground, and there's no one, and also we have a generation that doesn't want to compromise on it going into the future,
And learning.
and no educating those, and then there's a generation that is refusing to unlearn because they have not been met halfway, and I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you why I say this. Pre-millennials have a set way of doing things, whereby, you know, we'll talk about dead naming for one. You understand? If I'm now gonna call someone by a dead name, and then I didn't, I'll use myself for example.
All right.
Using a dead name, and then immediately, without saying or teaching somebody, and my mom always used to say this. Well, she still says it to this day. She hasn't gone anywhere. My mom always says, you can't. What's the word? You can't chastise somebody for something you haven't taught them. You understand? So now, if I'm dead naming somebody and you roll up and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm so shook," and then I'm like, "What did I say?" All right, and then you're like, "I can't believe you don't know what you said," and I genuinely want to know what it is that has made you so unhappy, and then we immediately go off on a back and forth. Where I'm trying to ask, what did I say? And you keep saying, I can't believe you don't know what you said. It's 2022. This, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. It is 2022. But I don't know what the social construct is in 2022.
Definitely.
So now, if you're not willing to teach me
so that I know.
so that I know for the next
I'm
time,
aware.
and I'm aware that this is something you don't do in 2022, we're bound to have a problem. Because I'm going to rebel against you. You're going to be like, I'm just a fossil who's bigoted and all that stuff, who's just stuck in his old ways and everything like that. So there has to be a common ground.
I agree.
There has to be some sort of, and you can't teach everybody at one time.
No.
You understand?
But there's a lot of awareness and there's a lot of, shift and movement, especially with the millenniums,
No, I believe that there could be more. Could be more
so?
done. There could be
It's
more
just
done.
that-
A lot of people, consider this. The only people born in the 50s with Twitter
Okay.
are celebrities and influencers. And
Yes.
and
Because of the line of
activists,
work
and
that they
because of
need
the
to
line
put
of
out
work.
there.
Now, the average Joe who was born in the 50s or 60s
Would never
and
be
the
on
70s latest, will never be on Twitter because that's a young people's thing. And they're struggling with Facebook as it is. So now you're trying to tell them that no, most of the information is
Instant
on
app.
it's an instant app, and most of the information you
Convenient
need
as
to know
well.
for to learn what I'm talking about is on Twitter, and they'll look at you like you're crazy still.
I guess because of the time that they are from as well and the time that they are living in now.
Very true.
They don't see it fit for them to be on Twitter because Twitter is for the young and free, for the young
Yes.
and dynamic, for the ambitious.
And
right. And
then
they
you-
don't see the need
Yeah.
to move in with such social apps.
But now, shouldn't
Because
there
I think
be?
for them, there's a
Shouldn't there be
motive.
now a platform for them? Because I mean, even though I am on Twitter,
You
All right.
said that they're struggling with Facebook. They're also struggling with WhatsApp as well.
You understand?
Yes.
So no, I'm not talking
The
social.
message- just the
I'm not-
messaging app.
Yes, I'm not talking about technological apps or social media apps. I'm talking about platforms in general platforms where
That
you
have
know,
the information.
If there was if everything something remember something called a town hall meeting,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that sort of thing where a lot more people, you know, seminars, this, that, and the third, you know, where a lot more of Generation X, you know, and
Meets.
meets millennials, meets, that sort of thing where everybody has a chance to say, guys, in Retilandi, understand. And these people on this side will be like, you know what? Let's teach
This
you
is
guys.
how it's done.
This is how it works these days. And then we'll be like, but guys, also understand that it's going to take a while for us to learn this thing. And then everybody's like, okay, we understand. We will be patient.
Definitely.
You understand? Left pickup lines, went to social construct.
Social constructs.
Yeah. Left pickup lines. But it makes sense. You know, I think it also ties into the whole pickup line situation. Because I feel like somewhere in a bar, somewhere in the world, someone was like, came up with a pickup line, you know, and then somebody would be like, I'm so shook you use a pickup line on me. Yes. I identify as somebody who doesn't use pickup lines. You know, that sort of thing. And also, I think we'll talk about it during the feature. Okay. There's also a few things I need explained.
Okay.
All right. And some that I don't agree with. It might
I'd
be a
like
long
to
one.
hear the ones that you
Might
don't
be a
agree
lot.
with.
I
Here to stay. Don't worry about it.
we've got time.
Time is the
We've got
essence
time.
of
We've got time.
best
But
ability.
yeah, let's get into some music now. It is actually time for the Engaged Men's Health feature that we have stolen 10 minutes from. That we had stolen 10 minutes from, but we'll get into some music. There's no mix today, so we'll get that 10 minutes back. Anyway,
Yes.
you know, so yeah, let's get into some music right now. This is LSD. The track is called Thunder Clouds. Back with the Engagements feature in 2 minutes.